Yo, what's going on, y'all? It's your boy Foots. As you guys know, the GOAT is on the channel, man, from the Doing All Right podcast. Him and Brian doing great work every day. It's really another resource in the draft community. And I know me and Vach, we've been in the draft community. We've been bros for so long. So any chance we get to kind of tap in, I mean, hell, we was just talking health before we got on. So Vach Lombardi, how you doing, man?
Do you give your other guests like 20-minute notice before you ask them to come on the show, or do you give them like a day to figure their life out and make time for you? You know what I'm saying?
Well, are my other guests my bro? Ooh, you
I don't hear
like
that shit.
that?
I
You
don't hear
like
that
that?
shit.
That
No,
was
I do not.
crazy.
I do not.
That
I don't
was
care. I don't care.
crazy.
No.
Golly.
It's all good. I'm here though.
Are my other guests my real brother? You know what I mean?
I'm a fuss. I'm a fuss. I'm here though. All right.
Vach, how are you, bro?
Man, I can't complain, man. You know, life good. Just watching prospects. I'm 109 players in. You know what I'm saying? We just working.
Vach is he's crossing the motherland, man. But one thing about Vach, he'll tell you multiple times he doesn't really you don't get started. When do you get started, Vach, for people who don't know your process?
I normally don't get started till the Cowboys lose their last game, and that's normally like in January somewhere.
Yeah.
But I had draft show this year, and I'm not finna go out there and be the silly looking YouTuber that hops on there.
Oh, you could never be that, bro.
Not ready to shoot. What? Well, Foot.
You making them. Let me not say that too loud.
If I would have hopped on that show in January and I hadn't watched anybody until January, I would have looked like the goofy little YouTube character that don't put no work in. But I had 80 something prospects on day one or whatever, so I was cool.
Yeah.
But we've been doing this for a long time, Foots. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I always say, I say it to you off camera, I say it to you on now. Cowboys could have got us for free. Like we would have been working over there free. You know what I'm saying? And we've come a long way just as YouTube people. But now we're like peers or whatever. Our numbers, if we all live at the same time, it's even. You know what I'm saying? So the one thing I didn't want to do is them finally bring on, the YouTube character, and draft is one of my black belts. You know what I'm saying? I didn't want to go on there looking crazy as the YouTube guy. You know what I'm saying? So this year I started in October.
Yeah. And I started in the preseason. I had my rankings. But like true watches, because I'm not about to sit here and act like I watched, 3 games of everybody that I ranked. You kind of peek at a guy. Well, now for sure. But in the preseason, when I did my preseason rankings, I hadn't. You kind of peek at a guy, and then you say, okay, I like I had Ollie Gordon as my second running back in preseason, and now he's a little bit down the list. But then I went to the Senior Bowl and actually left that event feeling like, damn, you know what? Ollie isn't bad, but he needs to be in the right system. So it's just like all this checking and checks and balances and doing work, right, Vosh? Because I think what happens is we all want a guy. Like, I'll make no bones about it. Everybody in the community knows I love Ashton Genty, but I'm also prepared if the Cowboys don't draft him. What could be another way that they go? And so I just think that, but that's dope. Like you said, that you start around that time, and bro, you've been killing the draft show, man. I'm really a proud bro seeing the Dallas Cowboys draft show have my boy on the avatar. Come on, man. That's big. And at the end of the day, you work for it, man. And flowers in real time, bro. That being said, Vach, I want to get to a few scenarios and players that we just aren't talking about. And we'll talk about maybe a first round, second round guy. I think that we've all locked in on run game, running back. There isn't a person who watches us who, man, just figure it out with Genty. Right. And the big thing is, what if not only Genty's not there, what if he's there and Dallas doesn't go his way?
There's a couple ways you want to look at it, Foots. And this is what makes me different. This is what makes me special for us because I be seeing you fighting on the internet, so I know all your moves. I know all your tactics. I've been studying you for a long time, Foots. And
Yeah.
this what you do, Foots. You'll wait till something going on. Like you'll wait till Saquon go out there and run for 250 or something. And you will go, you know what? You can't get that in the third and fourth round. You real slick with your words and your tweets, brother Brad. You don't go, well, the only good running back in this class is Ashton Genty, and you better get him at 12 or else we're doomed. You don't say that. You specifically say, if we're getting that kind of player, you ain't getting one of them in the second, third, fourth, fifth round. So you slick, Mr. King. I'm on to you. You know what I mean? So just me fighting you a little bit.
Yeah.
You are correct. You will not get you will not get an Ashton Genty type player in rounds 2, 3, 4, 5.
Yeah.
But you will get very good running backs in round 2 and 3. And you will get very competent running backs that you could put into a committee and have an effective run game in 4, 5, and 6. You understand what I'm saying? So I always say it like this. Ezekiel Elliott was drafted 4th overall. DeMarco Murray was drafted in what, like round
3rd round. Yeah, third round.
So you don't have to have Ashton Genty to have a good run game. You can have Ashton if you want a special run game. If you're trying to come up with a Saquon special, fix your run game, fix your run scheme, fix your run blockers, and then you go and add an Ashton Genty to it. Then you could be special, Mr. King, because I know your moves. But you can find really good run. I was watching one today, Mr. King. I was watching DJ Giddens from
K-State.
Kansas State. And I'm like, my word. And I'm like 12 running backs deep, Mr. King. I'm like, man, he looks like a guy you could probably get in the 4th round or something. You know,
4th, 5th, yeah.
Good size, 212, 6'1", catch the ball, big play, good vision, make people miss. You know what I'm saying? Probably not the fastest guy in the world. That's probably why he gonna end up in the 4th round and ain't blocking nobody. But that's probably why he'll end up in the 4th. Man, you take that dude pairing with, I'm just gonna say Rico because I don't know what the hell gonna go on with that. Just pair him with Rico. You have an effective run game, Foots.
Yeah.
You just ain't got it all in one dude like you got with Ashton Genty.
In one player, yeah. I think that Dallas could very easily, and I'm still pro Genty, but I also understand there's a world where Dallas may look. Well, first of all, there's a world. I don't think that Genty will be drafted before the Cowboys. I think that the Bears have too many needs offensive line wise, and the same with San Francisco, and they just put money into Christian McCaffrey. But I think that there's a world where we have not. I don't think that we've talked about defensive line enough. I don't think that we've talked about end special. I put the special. Can be special tag on Jalen Walker. I don't know. I don't know where you are on Walker, but I see a guy who played off ball, can play edge, can run around, do some things for you. I love James Pierce. I don't know where you are on Pierce, but I just don't think that we've talked that side of the ball enough. We're bringing in a new defensive coordinator, Vach.
Yeah,
and we haven't really talked about, well, what's Eberflus's need? Does he need a corner? Does Siobhan Ravel do anything for it? Does he need is the trade back deal? Let's say Genty magically, the place to watch for me is Las Vegas. Las Vegas, if they get wiped out of the quarterbacks, which you want a quarterback to go high, but let's say Vegas gets wiped out and they say, you know what? Let's just bring in Genty. We'll pair him with my boy that they got from Georgia last year, tight end, and we'll just Brock Bowers, and then we'll just run the ball that way. Okay, what does Dallas do now? Let's say they like the receivers, they don't love them. Let's say they like Travion Henderson, is a little rich. What if Vach, one of these defensive studs is staring at you at 12?
First, I've been trying to get people comfortable with the idea that running back and wide receiver may not be the pick. And boy, you should see the people making videos, making live streams, and making posts about my little tweet when all I'm trying to do is just prepare y'all for like.
Well, you a big dog, bro. That's what they're gonna do.
I mean, that's cool.
Hey, look, I'm gonna tell you something. Cool. When somebody made a fake page about me, I said, man, I was like, dang, some weird people out here. Then I said, man, you know what, Vach, I made it, dog.
I had to pull up on Rome one time. I say, "Look, Rome, this is what I really feel. Quit putting words in my mouth, Rome." Shouts out to Rome.
Yeah, shout out to Rome. Shout out to
No,
CFT. My bad.
not Foots. I think you have to be ready. You got to be ready for edge. You got to
Yes.
be ready for corner. I think you got to be ready for offensive line.
Not mad at you.
Just looking at the top of the board, it's probably gonna be something like that. You know what I'm
You want
saying?
to pull your board up, Voch?
I got it right here. It's let me move this piece of paper with names on it. And let's see, present there, share screen. I can show the boy Fush the can, no problem. You can go ahead and pull it up there. All right.
This is
So
Voch's top 50.
what was talking about? All right, so cool. So I'm assuming we just talking about names up here. Just
Yes.
names up here, right? Just first round names. Some people are gonna have names like Will Campbell, like way up there in the 12th. I don't have him there. I got him in the second round, just me personally.
And but before you go anywhere, Voch,
Please.
I respect that because I don't think this offensive line class is what people think it is. Like
Man.
I think that linemen are slotted a certain way. Like people need teams need tackles. But
Yeah.
can we say that this class is like last year's O-line class? Absolutely not.
No. Campbell in last year's class will be around like the Jordan Morgans and Tyler Guytons. And I ain't just saying that in hindsight because I don't fool with Tyler Guyton, but I'm just talking about guys that was back in like the 20s range and all that. If Will Campbell was in last year's draft, he'd be in the 20s somewhere. That's how I feel about him. So that's why I got him in the second right there. If you let me see, can y'all see that? All right, cool. So this is I'm building this preemptive top 50 right here, but this is only my ones right here. These are my ones, Foots. So I don't know what the knee situation is going to look like
For Simmons.
for Josh Simmons.
Yeah.
But if the Cowboys get the okay, that's the offensive tackle one. And you talking about somebody that's like being good in last year's class. Simmons probably would have been tackle 4 for me in last year's class. I don't know what the knee is going to look like for our guy from Carolina, East Carolina, Siobhan Rivell. I don't know what he's going to look like, but if his knee checks out, I think the Cowboys could look at him. Kelvin Banks, if they like him, you know what I'm saying? He's at the bottom of my first round guys list. But I think guys we need to keep eyes on Foots.
Mm-hmm.
And this is me taking my own thoughts and opinions up out of it. I think Mike Green, the edge from Marshall, I think he's a real life conversation. And me personally, Foots, boy, move your head back over there. Me personally, I'm not the biggest fan of Will Johnson. I got him here in a second. But the Cowboys might love him, and I think he's going to be available for you around the 12 mark. And I don't think we should just be so comfortable that we're going to go wide receiver and running back, and we just won't take corner, or we just won't take pass rush, or we just won't take offensive line.
That's good stuff, Voch. One thing that I wanted to stay on is I love the fact that you are thinking outside the box. I think everybody just has Will Johnson slotted as the top 10 pick. Man, there's a world where that dude falls.
Yeah.
Got injured last year. Somebody brought something up to me when they were watching his tape. He's not the press man corner. Like he's not the Patrick Surtain lock top 10. I mean, he's not the JC Horn lock top 10 or top 12. Obviously Horn hasn't been what we thought because of injury in the NFL. But right. I mean, when you look at his tape, you like, man, I don't know if he's a for sure top 10 player.
Then I got Jahdae Barron better than him from Texas.
From Texas?
I got Jahdae Barron better than Will Johnson from Michigan. Easily. I got him easily better than him. You know what I'm saying? So it's still early, Foots. It's still early, early.
That's a good one, Voch, having Barron over Will Johnson. Barron is versatile. He can play the slot, can play on the edge, and he can do it well. And I'm gonna be honest with you, I don't have Shedeur Sanders in my top 50.
I'm not even watching quarterbacks. I don't care nothing about that.
I know, but I'm with you, Voch. It's just even with some of the, I had Will Campbell. Also, I did have Will Campbell at 10, but I also with him and Banks. The more I watch, and then and some of that could be like recency bias because I was texting you today about Donovan Jackson, and I'm just like, man, you looking for a Zach Martin type who probably is a guard, but played the rest of the year at tackle, went on that run and was really good, Voch.
Yeah.
I'm like, man, that's the stuff to me then I'm like, okay, he could instantly come in, upgrade one of your line positions.
Yeah.
And you could get him in a trade back situation and maybe parlay your third. I
Mhm.
wouldn't hate it. I mean, excuse me, get a third, get an extra third, or get your fourth back. I
Mhm.
wouldn't hate it, Vach. So that is interesting. Okay, this is what I want to do with you, Vach, today.
Sure.
I want to ask you. I want to give you three two-pick scenarios,
Okay.
and for round one, round two, and I want your thoughts on it. Okay, so this is where I'm at. I'm now living in a world where Matthew Golden is going to end up in the first round.
I got
I
him in the first
just
round, my boy.
do you,
I got him as a first round grade, and he is my. I'm not messing around because he's my 8th overall player.
bro? Matt Miller sent out a tweet like Matt Miller. It was either Matt Miller or Dan Jeremiah. I can see a world where Matthew Golden is the number one receiver in this class
Sure.
because of his route running ability, because of the separation,
Big
the
play,
hands, big
hands,
plays, and
change,
he's fast.
changing tempo, clutch. Got some decent size, got some solid yak ability for us. Yeah.
Botch, how would you feel about Matthew Golden and Quinshawn Judkins? Matthew Golden at 12, Quinshawn Judkins at 44.
I think 44 is a little high for Quinshawn for me.
That's fair.
I think it's a little high for me. And also, I would like to see how the rest of the board like kind of fell in front of me. Because I got a feeling that my first round grades ain't everybody else's first round grades. Like if somebody take the kid from Georgia, Michael Williams, like if,
Yes.
if if they take him top 11, I'm throwing a little party. You know what I'm saying? Because that's one guy that I really didn't necessarily want that'll fall to me. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Or Jalen Walker. If they take Jalen Walker, cool. There's one more guy to fall to me. I don't know what being wiped out looks like. You know what I'm saying? So of course, Hunter, Carter, Genty, Graham, McMillan. If those guys are gone, of course. Now I'm looking at, Simmons might be hurt, so he may not be in this conversation. But I'm looking at them 3 wide receivers, Foots. Bird,
Emeka and
Bird,
Burden. And yeah.
Bird. Yep, those 3. And I'm willing to walk away with one of those 3 guys if them top few names have been wiped out. And personally, I don't care which one it is because I think they all do different things. And if the Cowboys say, "Hey, we like Golden better than Burden because he does this with the with the route tree," or we like Emeka because he's the savvy dude. We want to. Oh, and in our offense, we want to move CD around much more than what we once did. We don't want to just CD sit in the slot. So we're gonna have a Buka who's really like another move around guy, but he's really a slot guy. You know what I'm saying? Or we just prefer Golden and we just value him as a true X guy.
Yeah.
We're just gonna put Golden as an X guy and put CD as slot and let everybody else figure it. As if the Cowboys trusted, I could live with Golden being my 12th overall pick. I do think Juck is a little high though. What's your other scenario?
Before we get him out of the scenario, Vach, I'm
Yes,
glad that we're not being scared on here because
sir.
that's what because I'm gonna tell you, Jordan Reed actually has, and he's a good follow on X, and he's taken over ESPN's draft rankings, and he put out his top 50, and he put Emeka over. I mean, excuse me, he put Golden over Burden. Now
Yeah.
that's to me flavors of ice cream. If you're a guy who wants to see Burden in space, cool. What you just said about I want to put a pin in that, Vach.
Okay.
Very. This is. I mean, he didn't got to the draft show. He didn't got cute on us. I mean, this dude, man. I mean,
Right,
let me let me say this. You spot on though, Vach. At the X, I'm trying to find it. I done for me are the days, Vach, was like, oh, the slot guy. I mean, yeah, because actually Golden can play well in the slot, very, very well.
Yeah.
But it's like, bro, let's find an X who could beat a number 2 all game.
Sure.
All game, Vach.
Yeah.
Like because if we know we can use CD as a chess move player, run him on jets, you do all that stuff.
We have a team full of move guys. They're all Turpin's a move guy. Tolbert's technically a move guy. They do CD shit worse than him. Is basically what it is. You know what I'm saying? And our very next X options are like the bottom of the roster dudes and like Jalen Brooks and like Mingo and shit like that. You ain't wrong.
Yeah, and I think that for me, when it comes to Golden, bro, I'm just kind of like, man, this dude wins on comeback. He
Mhm.
wins on dig. He wins on NFL routes.
Catch everything.
Catch everything. Can
Yep.
run past you. Can run skinny posts. And it's just like, why not?
Yep.
Why not? All right, that's a good one, Vosh. Okay, so here's my next scenario:
Uh-huh.
Walter Nolan in a trade back scenario, and Travion Henderson at 44, and you get a fourth.
Boy, you just rich today, Fuster. You just rich as hell. You got
We
money.
we we gonna talk about it, Vosh. Come
You
on
got,
now.
you got money, Fuster K.
First of all,
Um,
how you feel about Walter Nolan? Has he grown on you? How you feel?
I mean, he's a good player. I still
Yes.
have him right where I got him at. I still have him in the second.
Okay.
And my whole thing about Nolan, sometimes you have to separate yourself from what everybody else is saying because sometimes the message will get mixed. The message will get mixed up. I don't dislike Walter Nolan, but when I hear people talk about Walter Nolan, they talk about him as if he's tackle one or like tackle two or something like that. He's not tackle one or tackle two for me. I got him behind Graham, Michigan, Grant, Michigan, Tyleek Williams, Ohio State, Derek Harmon from Oregon, and then I got Nolan right
Nolan
there. I think Nolan flashes.
more than those guys
Yeah, he flashes a lot.
outside of Grant.
He flashes a lot, but it's the play in, play out that
Not
I like
consistent.
more. I don't like
Yeah.
the disappearing sometimes guy, right? So Nolan at 23, whatever the trade back is, I think that's a little high for me. I would feel comfortable about Nolan maybe at 44,
At
or
44.
maybe Nolan like we've traded back from our second round or something like that. I would like Nolan more there. If I'm in the 20s, give me Grant from Michigan. I like Kenny Grant's a dude, or give me
Yeah.
offensive lineman or something.
Super athlete. I just did my D tackle video. He's a guy.
He's a dude.
Super athlete. Bruce.
He's a
What
dude.
if I did this, Vosh?
What's up?
There's rumblings that, and again, Reed and McShay, a couple people that you read around the net, Vosh, Travion Henderson, who, I mean, I've been like, I kind of started to see the writing on the wall towards the end of the season that this was the electric player for Ohio State.
He
Judkins
should have
was the
been.
muscle.
Yeah.
And it's crazy, Vosh, because preseason, I had Judkins as the electric guy,
Yeah.
and Travion was like the electric guy too, but they brought him in because Travion had the injury history. What if, Voch, I told you in a trade back situation, you can't get Travion Henderson at 44? What about getting him in a trade back situation like 20, 21, whatever this deal? Would you be okay with that? A
Nah.
first round player for Henderson. First round pick for Henderson.
Like I spend my traded back first round pick on Henderson, like 28 or something.
Yeah.
I think media likes Henderson a little more than me on that. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying? Now I like Henderson, but if I can get to 21, and I feel what you're saying, because look, the one thing I've been saying is the one thing you don't want to do is, let's just say you don't get Genty at 12, right? Like you pass on them or you just don't get them. What you don't want is for Caleb Johnson to go 28 and Hampton to go like 41. And now you
Yeah.
sitting on the board and like those guys are going. That ain't, and now you're forced to take, you know what I'm saying? So to your point, I kind of do want to put urgency on running back. If I trade back and I got 20s or something like that, and Will McClay say, hey, with this pick, we're gonna take Omarion Hampton, I can live with it.
Yeah.
I could live with it. I wouldn't be the happiest because I think he'll be there in the 40s somewhere. But I don't know when that run on running backs is going to happen. And the Cowboys won too many games that you just really can't control what's happening around you. I wouldn't mind taking Hampton or Caleb Johnson like with a late traded back 20-something pick, because if I traded back, I imagine I got an extra second or third. Shit, I'm finna give me a wide receiver. I'm finna give me a guard or something. Man, I'm gonna give me a little one tech. So I would take running back in that situation.
Okay, Voch. This is good. This is
Continue.
my that's let's get one more, Voch. One more scenario. How would you feel if I told you you could get Mason Graham, but you're passing up on Ashton Genty? Somehow they're both there. Would you be okay with that?
Yeah. If you take
How do
Mason
you
Graham,
feel about Mason Graham, Voch? Because what I've gained from this conversation is Voch is he has totally different grades than it consists, and I like it.
Yeah.
I like it because you're thinking outside the box, which is that's dope to me.
They gonna come around. They gonna eventually start matching my grades at some point. You know what I'm saying? They gonna move up. You know what I'm saying? Guys like that gonna move up. They was hating on my guy Jones from last year, right
Which one?
tackle Ohio State.
Oh yeah, DeJuan Jones.
DeJuan Jones.
Yeah,
They was hating on DeJuan Jones to the last minute. Now all
yeah.
of a sudden, DeJuan Jones been a superstar. We just all right, but
He fell too.
he
Oh my
fell
god.
he fell to the floor. But I'm I'm big on Graham. Graham's one of my first round grades. Graham is my fourth overall player, and I don't think you have a lot of opportunities to get tackles like that, to get like true dudes at D tackle like that. You know what I'm saying? Um, Graham's not like Quentin Williams or nothing like that.
Yeah.
But Graham can be special. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Just like if you the Lions and Aiden Hutchinson on the pick, Aiden Hutchinson ain't Von Miller, but he Aiden Hutchinson. You know what I'm saying? He ain't Michael Parsons, but he Aiden Hutchinson. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, he's a
So
guy.
I think Mason Graham is a guy. I think he has the ability to be a guy. I think you get running backs come out every single year. You get running backs coming out. You know what I'm saying? I don't think you always get an opportunity to get a true stud at D tackle. And I think he plays with enough strength. I think he has enough side, but it's really the ball get off in the upfield that really gets crazy with him in that 300 and 320 pound body.
Right. He's a big body, bro. His block recognition is incredible.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm gonna go Mason Graham on there. I'm gonna pass on. And look, to be fair, Genty probably help you quicker.
Yeah.
Genty probably help you win games quicker. I just think Graham is the better pick in the long run. And with your next pick, you draft your running back that's gonna help you quicker.
That's what you call eating your vegetables draft, and I think that the Cowboys will have to eat. They got to eat some vegetables this offseason in some type of way.
Mason Graham got to be caught with some fent for him to fall to damn 12, my boy. You know what I'm saying?
Well, you know what's crazy, Vosh? I went through the scenarios, right?
You gotta have some fent in this pocket.
And remember, we just talked about what if the Raiders say, you know what, we got to put seats in, and we got to get the fan base excited.
Mm-hmm.
What do we say? We go Ashton Genty.
Okay.
You know, let's say San Fran and the Bears say, you know what, we're dead set on linemen. We can't play these games. We got to make sure that we're okay. Then another quarterback ends up in the top 10. So that's 3 in the top 10.
Okay.
Crazier things have happened, Vach.
Okay, so what the hell happened with McMillan and Carter and Hunter? Like what happened with them?
No, they're all in the top 10. Facts. So I'm talking my way into Graham falling for some reason. Okay. Yeah, I mean, listen, McMillan could go. Okay, we know that. Let's look at it.
So I gotta pull it up right here. I gotta pull it up. Let me just walk me through it because I just want to know. Okay. So let's just say Cam went 1, Abdul went 2. Let's just say
Shador is going 3.
Shador go 3. Travis go 4.
Travis go 4.
You saying McMillan go right here to Jacksonville or something?
Let's say Tech goes there, or let's say mystery player Shamar Stewart. Because we got to remember, this is the same org that drafted who? Trayvon Walker out of nowhere. Remember that, Voch? We're sitting there on draft day.
I hate that for that.
Me and you was doing it, Voch. We were doing this.
You didn't use Shamar Stewart for your sick little dream, dog. You are something else. For your sick little example, you can put Shamar Stewart up in this damn top 10. All right. Hey, but look though,
keep going, Voch. Keep going.
All right, so them boys then took Shamar Stewart, and I'm pointing my finger and laughing at them. Okay, sure. So Jets, Carolina, New Orleans. What you doing?
Okay, so I'm so glad. So we gave Vegas Genty. Jets offensive line completely stinks. Also has a quarterback need. Step on up, Jackson Dart. Enter the quarterbacks.
Foot smoking the damn drugs that Mason Graham is out here selling.
Now it gets tricky because you're 2 linemen. You talk about need, Voch. Chicago and San Fran. We've said this for how long? We've been doing this 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Voch. Teams suck at drafting, and they go best player by need. They don't go best player available. They just don't. So then the one to watch will be the Saints, but Kellen Moore's going to be the head coach. Do you
Hold
want to
on.
give him
Who the hell Carolina picked? Don't jump to the
Carolina? I know Carolina would be the team that
trying to be slick.
they needed. They probably would have to take Mason Graham.
I
mean, especially because that defense sucks. But I'm just dreaming, Vosh. Let me dream. We in February. We can dream. We can't dream, Vosh. I just tried to draft you Mason Graham.
He say, "Hey, look, Carolina need guard. They're gonna take Tyler Booker right there and leave Mason Graham on the."
Hey, y'all! It's your boy Fuss, man. It's Vosh Lombardi. Vosh, thank you so much, man.
San Francisco need defensive tackle, but they gonna take Kenny Grant first. They gonna take Black History Month, so they gonna take Kenny Grant over Mason Graham.
Hey, I'm gonna tell you something, Vosh. I want to timestamp it. I'm gonna put this in my notes when I get off of this. Vacho,
you gonna
no.
lose that sheet of paper when Mason Graham go top 5. You gonna lose that sheet of paper.
Watch this, Vosh Lombardi. We're sitting here today on February. What's today's date? February 10th. And I promise you, there will be 2 mystery players that end up in the top 10.
I agree.
Okay.
I don't disagree with that. Somebody gonna take Michael and Jalen Walker. That'll be the mystery dudes. Will Campbell could be a mystery guy. I don't consider those guys like first round grade. Man, Scorton. Man, look. Cleveland Farrell got taken top 4. Goofy stuff happens, but I don't think these hoes finna pass up on Mason Graham for Nick Scorton.
Hey,
they might pass up on Genty for Nick Scorton, but they ain't passing on Mason Graham.
And that's the beauty of it, and we get to talk about it for months to come. Vosh Lombardi, ladies and gentlemen, y'all make sure y'all tapping into the Doing All Right podcast and the Draft Show every other. What is it? You do Doing All Right every day and Draft Show
doing all right every day, and they rotate us out on the Draft Show Tuesday and Thursday. But I'll let y'all know. When I'm on the show, I post a link, and those video numbers do very well when I post those.
Hey man, I'm just saying he's the GOAT. I'm just telling you, and he still can make time for the small people, man, like me. So
I love you, man.
Hey, all right, Vosh, much love, man. Good talks. We'll do this soon. Peace,
yes, sir.
Hey man.